What's up, fellas? Kind of a bittersweet day today. This is my personal Honda XR250R. It is absolutely pristine. You will never find a nicer one than this, and it's been completely tuned by the staff here at New England Motorcycle Museum. The detail shop's been through it. The Wizard has given it the Wizard tune. I'll get into what's been done to the motor on it. It's got a fresh wiseco piston, a hot cam. I'll talk about that later, but I'm going to do a quick riding demo on it. Renthal bars. It's just a kick-ass piece. Why am I selling it? Well, we're building an XR250R with a 680 kit. And that's going to be my steed, that and my CR500. I haven't been riding this. I've had this for a few years, and I haven't put any time on it. So I figured I'm going to pass on the love, let someone else enjoy it. It's a fantastic piece. Today's Friday. If you watched my video yesterday, I'm fasting today. Look, show them behind me right there. That's all. I'm going to a cup of coffee and 2 large waters until 3 o'clock today. Got to stay ripped. Got to keep in shape so I can ride dirt bikes as I get older. You know. So, but anyway, back to this bike. It's a lot of fun to ride, and it's a lot faster than the stock one, but it's just as reliable as the stock one. So let's give it a rip. Hold the mic a little closer. With these 4-strokes, you have to kick the kicker down till you hit top dead center, which is right there. Then you pull the lever and go past top dead center, and then give it a quick kick. It'll start first kick every single time if you do it right. It's an absolute joy to ride. Bike. It's an absolute dime piece. No expense was spared on the engine build, and it's not going to be cheap, but you know what? It's going to be worth it. You're not going to find another one like this. Most of these were hammered into the ground. They're basically indestructible, so most of the time kids own them and ride the shit out of them. I got 300 bikes I can ride here, and this one's just been sitting, so I'm going to let you guys get a chance at it. Let's bring it. Want to go across the street and do a drive-by? Headlight and tail light, you can ride this thing at night, and you can actually register it for the street. You have to work with your municipality on that. Everybody's
call us, we'll hook you up.
It's a lot peppier than a stock XR, for sure. No doubt about it. It sounds different too. Selling this? when it comes to the fun factor, you can't beat an XR250. Guys, would I ride this thing cross country today? Absolutely. Billy Ainsworth, who won the 125 Pro class, support class at the Southwick National, actually rode an XR250, a beat to shit one that burned a half a quart of oil a day all the way cross country on the Pan America Cross Country Trail. You can ride from South Carolina to, I think it's Oregon, 6,000 miles off-road. And then when he got there, he rode another 2,000 miles on it, 8,000 miles. He never changed the oil once on it. I don't recommend doing that, but he would add a half a quart a day because it burned oil, and he figured it was getting fresh oil anyways. Almost zero maintenance, no mechanical defects. This bike literally is ready to ride cross-country if you wanted to. It has a 6-speed overdrive transmission, so you get going about 50 miles an hour, you click it in a 6, idle it down, and you can ride it all day long. Super comfy seat, kick-ass suspension, great brakes and tires, bulletproof, air-cooled Honda reliability. I'd rather have this than 90% of the new bikes out there today. So just a kick-ass machine. That's why I have it. But sometimes you got to make sacrifices in life. I told you guys yesterday, sometimes you got to have a garage sale because you got to have a goal. Well, I'm having a garage sale and cleaning out some of my bikes that I would have liked to have kept. This is one of the few bikes in my inventory I'm not really looking forward to selling, but we've got to come up with some funds, so it's up for grabs. Listen to this thing. Super, super tight motor. Realistically, Wizard did the engine about 2 years ago. I would say it's probably got no more than 10 hours ride time on it because I have so many bikes to ride in so little time. Anyway, so what did I have him do? Well, I told him I wanted a little more power, but I didn't want to lose reliability, so we went with all Top Chef components. It's got a Wiseco forged piston. The stock Nicosil liner on the engine was basically brand new because the bike has no time on it. And he put the Wiseco forged piston, which has a higher compression on it. He put a hotcam in there, jetted the carburetor, twin air filter. The stock original exhaust, which is probably the best built exhaust you could possibly get for this bike, has a modified end cap on it, so he actually shortened the baffle a little bit. You can see it's a Honda. Take a zoom in on there. You can see the Honda decal still on there. Bulletproof, original Honda exhaust. So he went through the whole thing, adjusted the valves, changed the oil, gave it a major tune-up, and completely replaced the piston, rings, base gasket, head gasket, everything at the top end of the motor, the wearable component piston, brand new, no time on it, and it's a forged Wiseco piston. We put a new set of factory effects graphics on it, brand new set of Dunlop Geomax front tire. The rear tire is a 110/118 Trackmaster on the back. It has, let's see, the Renthal twin wall bars, huge upgrade over the stock bars. These are a little bit taller than the stock ones. New crossbar pad, new set of Pro Grip 801 grips. The detail shop went through the whole thing. If you zoom in closely at the frame, the bottom of the frame, you can see it looks brand new. There's no dents or damage or dings. There's no dents or damages on the swing arm. The bike was steam cleaned, hand washed, degreased. They touched up the frame, the engine. All the aluminum on the bike was polished. They repainted the exhaust. The master cylinder shield was painted. They what else we got here? Swing arm was all aluminum. Swing arms, the plastics, sprockets, everything was cleaned, polished. It's basically spotless. There's not a speck of dirt anywhere on this thing. There will be if you ride it cross country, though. Kyle, you want to add anything about this XR because you followed this through the stages of the build?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, this thing has always just been a wicked reliable bike. I mean, I know last year you rode it a lot at the farm, and you always talked about how much you liked it and how well it rode. And I even took it out for a ride at the farm as well, and it really does. It's a nice riding bike, and it's just a lot of fun. I would say the power wise is at that like pinnacle of it's the most power you can have for it being like a fun bike to just ride around at any time. It's not like compared to like a modern motocross bike. Those bikes are serious bikes. You have to be serious when you're on them all the time. But with this thing, it's a bike that you can go out and just have fun.
Take a close look. You'll see the foot pegs have been upgraded to a much better, more modern foot peg. The shifter's in mint condition. The chain guide looks brand new. All the original components on this thing are mint. The shocks, the forks. It's never been raced off-road. Very, very rarely ridden off-road. It's mostly ridden around my farm, in the farm field. And it is a fantastic wheelie machine. Wheelie all day long. The rims are no dents in the rim. No evidence of it. It's even got the kickstand on it still, and no evidence of it ever being crashed or damaged or flipped over or raced off-road. The general areas you'd look like on the side of the swing arms, if it was ridden in a J-Day off-road, they'd just be all scratched up. The brake lever would be damaged. The frame rails would be dinged up. There's not a ding in the frame rails, not a single ding. It's just perfect. So my work order here that I have, the total bottom line on the work order is $2,943. I'm sure we did more than what's in here to it, but so round up to I put $3,000 into a perfectly mint XR250 by building the motor and detailing it to the nines. Put a new seat cover on there. Bars, grips, everything. It's done. So it's not going to be cheap. I'm not giving this thing away, but most beat rat ass XR250s on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace are selling for $1,500 for a real turd to $3,000 for a halfway decent one. So to buy one of those and do this to it, you're still going to have worn suspension components and stressed out frames. This thing is tight as a tiger. I built this for myself and put less than 10 hours ride time on it. And it was a mint original. So Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about it, give us a call. It's going to go fast, I'm sure. 860-454-7024. It's getting parked in the museum with the Honda display, and that's where it'll be till you come pick it up.